PA Williams here with Kailua Dermatology, and we're going to be talking to you today about dermal fillers. I thought it'd be interesting to have Easton here because she had some filler done in the past, and she was considering doing filler in her cheeks today. But before we did that, I wanted to talk about the different Juvéderm products that are available today. Why I like the Juvéderm products is the cross-linking technology in the product itself. So the idea that I want you to get in your mind when you think about cross-linking is kind of like taking ropes and kind of tying them together. And so the more times the two parts of the rope are tied together, the longer it takes for your body to kind of break them apart and for your body to reabsorb the sugar. As an interesting demo today, the Allergan company was nice enough to bring us this little sample of the different products so you can actually feel what the products would feel like once they're injected into your skin. And it's nice to know, like, why a product might be better suited for an area. So if we want a thicker, heavier product or more firm product, like we mentioned earlier, like the Voluma, so this is kind of more like a pencil eraser feel. We put that in the cheeks, it can last up to 2 years, and it's perfect for this area to lift and hold the cheek and cause good volume lift. As compared to the Velour, which is a stiffer product, and the Ultra Plus. These three products here may be used in the upper portion of the face, for cheeks, and for nasal labial fold. Just to give you an example of what would happen to correct this little area that Easton wants to improve. Injecting the filler into this area actually can even help the tear trough area a little bit, and you can see that with just a little bit of pressure. So you don't want to over enhance it, but a little bit of filler can really round out that cheek a little bit. We may even like swoop that into like a little bit of a wing on the lateral part of the malar to the zygoma area here. Today we're going to use the Velour product. It's a newer product from Juvéderm. This one should last about 18 months, which is a little longer than you get out of the Ultra Plus, and that's due to more cross-linking. So the more cross-linking, the stiffer the product and the longer it lasts. So obviously we're not going to want to put something that's very stiff like the Voluma or the Velour in the lip, because it's not going to feel natural in that area, and it may even cause a little bit of lumpiness or distortion of the lip itself. So let me get ready to do the injections and we'll show you that part. So we're getting ready to do some fillers in the cheeks, and filler itself has anesthesia, but we're going to have Easton just do some ice rolling over the area to help with a little bit of discomfort with the initial injection of the needle. I would also recommend for people doing this for the first time that they take a couple extra strength Tylenol. Like an hour before your procedure. Try to go off all blood thinners 7 days before procedure, including botanicals like turmeric, ginseng, ginkgo biloba, but also prescription pain medications like ibuprofen, naproxen, and obviously aspirin. And like everything, you want to make sure that the product is the real product from Allergan, that it has a lot number and the expiration date is current and not expired. And the expiration and lot number should match up with what the box end is also. The package should be sealed when you take it out of the box, and we'll open it here. And then the numbers on here should match up with the package and the box as well.
I've watched, many videos before deciding on procedures, and I absolutely agree and appreciate being shown that the product is in its original package and that all expirations match, that it is a true Allergan product.
And the nice thing that Juvéderm has done now is they've created a little special handle for injectors to make it a little easier to inject their product. It creates less fatigue on the fingers and a little less arthritis if you're injecting a lot of syringes every day, which we do. So I like that they've added that on there.
Fun fact.
We're going to inject 4 main points along her malar here. The most volume is going to go in the central or medial malar, some central, and then lateral throughout the zygoma area out here. So I'll make sure she's comfortable. We've iced her good. It'll still be a little bit of pressure, and then the actual hyaluronic acid, some anesthetic in it called xylocaine that will start numbing up the cheek as the volume goes in as well. So we'll ask Easton to tell us if she's having pain, have her ice if she needs, but here's the first injection. Okay, pinch. And how's your comfort level? Is okay, or is it
actually really good?
Okay, so that was our first little injection.
Not painful.
And they give us 1 cc. We used 0.4 out of that 1 cc syringe, and that gave a nice lift to that area already. And we probably won't need to mold too much when we're done. We'll go to our next injection point here. Okay. Do you think you're needing to ice again, or?
No.
Okay, perfect. And then more over here. Sort of swooping that filler out. So we're putting less amounts in the wing out here that we did in the medial portion. We want her cheek to look natural. We have maybe like 0.15 left. So I think I want to put a little bit more right here to help enhance the tear trough. So we're going to inject here, and we have a special technique for this area so we don't inject into any blood vessels. So we'll do retrograde injection where we insert the needle and then we inject as we pull back. I'm going to use a couple different pokes here, so it might be a little pinchy. And that looks pretty good. I think we're done with that side. Kind of looking side by side, we obviously have only done the left cheek here. Is that kind of what you were wanting as far as an improvement?
Yes. I'm really liking this portion right here is filled out all the way up to the top of the wing. I would have expected it to be more painful. There's really just like a mild sting with the initial injection, and other than that, it absolutely did not hurt. I guess you can always add more, but you can't take away. The
Voluma and the other Juvéderm products are great because you actually can reverse if there's a little bit too much or things didn't turn out the way you wanted. You could always add more, and we actually have Vitreous that could actually be, small amounts of Vitreous can be injected into little areas to reverse some of the hyaluronic. So that's actually like a benefit of the hyaluronic acids over some of the products like Radius, which are calcium. You have to just wait for those, your body to naturally dissolve on their own. Just as a recap, today we did velour injections into Easton's cheek to help recreate some volume, a more youthful look in her cheek, labial fold, and actually tear trough area. And I'll just mention the products briefly again. We injected the velour today, it can last up to 18 months. And all of these products are hyaluronic acid. We mentioned the cross-linking is what's the main thing that makes them different. And that's because they can take longer to break down the product. And it's kind of like untying knots, and the more knots, the longer it takes for your body to break those down, but also there's less movement between the particles and the stiffer the product. The velour we did today, Juvéderm Plus, could have been used just like we did the velour. For a longer lasting product, we could do the Voluma, much stiffer product, but can last up to 24 months. So we're here with Kay today, and she's kind of picked which product that she wants to use. And we went with the Vobella, right? You chose the Vobella because it's
the squishiest.
Super soft. Just to say ahead of time, the softer the product, usually the shorter the duration of the product it's gonna last. But you know, some people are okay with that. They'd rather have nice soft lips. Some of the products that we use in the lips are the Velour and Ultra and the Ultra Plus products, and they're a little bit more firm, but they can last up to like a year. I would say for the Vobella, like 9 months, probably on average is what you can get duration out of that. So let's kind of look at her lip. Show me where you want to do the products today. So you can kind of point with the little Q-tip.
Okay, so I think my bottom lip is a little bit bigger, so try to maybe make them even a little bit up here. And then I just want them to be more full in general.
So, thanks. So, yeah, basically when we're thinking about the lips, we want to keep the symmetry the same for the person. If you start changing symmetry too much, like making her balance is about 45, 55. If you started to like go way more on the top, like maybe like 65 or 70 compared to lower, it's gonna change the overall appearance of her symmetry of her face, and it's usually not aesthetically pleasing to do that. So don't bring in a picture of somebody, a movie star that you like, and say, I want my lips to look like that, because it may not be the right symmetry for you individually. She's a young lady, and it's interesting to me that we have a lot of younger women coming in to get fillers. Traditionally, it had been, probably women that are like 40 years mature and older that would come in. So I just wanted her to like mention why she wants to do it.
So I just wanted a little bit of a fuller look in my lips, and I kind of just want to see how it looks, to be honest.
So you weren't doing it for your boyfriend or something?
Yeah, no.
No? Okay.
I'm single.
Just to kind of go back, everybody's going to have swelling for a couple hours after, but a couple things to decrease swelling and possible bruising is to go off all blood thinners. Kate reminded me that she's a little nervous that this is going to hurt, so we've pre-numbed her lips with a little topical numbing gel, which we can put on when you come in, but it definitely helps. Like she took a couple extra strength Tylenol an hour ago, and that definitely will help with the pain. If you're super nervous, please also take like a Benadryl. So 50 milligrams of Benadryl 1 hour before with extra strength Tylenol really helps relax you and decreases potential bruising as well. We're going to numb the border first before going to the body of the lip. So let that kind of set in there for a second. And then I'll go back into the body of the lip. So. How's the pain level? 0 to 10, where's your pain level at?
Like maybe 2 to 3.
That's great.
Yeah, it's not bad. And I was nervous.
But the all the Juvéderm products do have xylocaine in it, anesthetic as well, so that's helpful as you're injecting it. It starts numbing as you inject. Pressure okay? Okay.
And a lot of people ask if they should be molding at home.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want people smushing and mushing too much. So if something doesn't feel like the little bump is going away, after a couple weeks, definitely come back. But you can have a little bit of swelling, and sometimes people will be mushing on things that are just swelling rather than actually too much filler, and you can kind of push the product out of where it's supposed to be. But for the first couple of days, you definitely want to keep icing throughout today and tomorrow. Taking the arnica tablets is another great idea.
So we do have this Plump and Protect lip plumper, which is pure hyaluronic acid. It also has SPF 30 in it. So to help maintain the plump and hydration in the lip, you can apply this daily. And then to also protect the lips from sun. Awesome.
So tune in next time. Remember, as always, to subscribe, like, and follow us on Instagram. And remember to Juvéderm it.